Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, in game number 2 of the BO3 between Luminosity Gaming and Cloud9. We have transitioned to Nuke, where Cloud9 have a one-map lead. Alongside me is Dust. I think he is doing a little bit of dusting around his room, so he'll be back shortly.
I'm always dusting, Seaside.
Oh, you are back, dude. How'd the dusting go?
Went good.
Good. So we're going to see PKO the kit, smoke, C9, more utility on automatic. What are we looking at?
We'll see again. This is a map that neither team has so much experience on. It used to be a permaban for Cloud9. Then Luminosity in general has just been making kind of their first forays into professional play, so it's hard to really know where this is headed, to be quite honest. But as this pistol round gets underway, we do definitely see C9 is kind of staging up in the lobby here, looking for aggression. Also, you do see Stewie actually has already made it down the vents.
Wow. Yeah, they needed that early. Stu gets down it. Automatic already has an opening kill, so it's a man advantage to C9 with Stu down vent. I think they have a good idea this is happening. Stu's going to re-aggress up vent and hold for any rotations. PKL contemplating rotating off. Can Shiz hold on by first vent? No, he'll get shut down immediately by Shroud. So it's a man advantage for C9. Two players coming from heaven for LG to try to advance back into the site. Destiny's coming in momentarily through vent. Automatic should have that unlocked. Destiny gets one PKL, and Showtime last two remaining. Leave it all on PKL towards heaven as 3 C9 members just have him pinned.
Yeah, not so much he's going to be able to do. He does have a kit that gives him a little bit more time, but it's going to be tough. He's going to have to connect some pretty gnarly headshots right now with this USP to even get out of heaven, much less try to play for the bomb.
Yeah, I don't see him getting out of here anytime soon. I mean, it'd be nice to see him get out of here with a smoke and a kit. I mean, he should try to piece out of here. That's something that might come and play with a ninja, perhaps, on the force buy. So it looks like BKL is going to try to bail out, but he's spotted by nothing, and the bomb will take care of him if he doesn't move shortly. Nothing might just be the pain to his existence. Yep. Nothing will do enough damage that PKL just gets taken down by the bomb. So C9 pick up pistol.
The 1-0 start here from the T side from C9. The response from Luminosity will be to get a couple of 5-7s in play, as well as some head armor on Destiny and Showtime. And it looks like we're going to maybe see a few more upgraded pistols and armor come into play as well. Yep, there's a couple of Deegs. CZ on the Shiz. Draw goes to the SIG immediately. This man is on a mission to make that gun work for him.
Trying to make it relevant, or it works in his hands, I suppose. We'll see.
I mean, it definitely can set you back economically faster than other guns can, because it is indeed more expensive. So, I mean, that is something to think about, obviously. But we've definitely seen, I mean, like I said, someone like, you know, Mage's Boy with the SIG be able to do wonders with it. And if you play like a more passive kind of style and be able to have the time to get aimed in and get angles, I mean, it definitely can be deadly. I think it's also just a familiarity thing. You know, not people are used to the spray pattern. And again, it sets you back a little bit faster than an AK would.
Dale having some action thrown his way. Yell back Jenny will drop down automatic. So I guess we heard recently as the frags continue to happen across the map, Showtime finds Stu. I'll mention it later. Nothing pushing into Mini. So LG get their hands on a UMP. They do get spotted. Nothing's going to take this engagement. He'll get double peeked. So all of a sudden these pistols able to take their peeks accordingly, leaving them with a man advantage. Automatic comes out towards heaven. He'll find one, and it is all on automatic. Bomb is down Mini. Destiny is top cat above it, as it leaves automatic with 3 kills already. He has to ace to win this round for C9. He's down to 56, 30 seconds. As Destiny, I don't think he's heard. I believe he heard Shiz making some noise in lobby, but this is a hard round for automatic to win with 25 seconds. He's going to do his darndest, though. 20 seconds on the clock. He's making noise. Shiz hears him in lobby. Destiny should fall and look for a double peek to come into play. As automatic pushing into sight, he's going to try to get himself back and try to plant this bomb. Destiny picks up an AK, going to be taking a wide swing. No bomb plant. LG, the pistols, will be able to trump over Cloud9.
Indeed, the force buy works up there. Really well played in the upper bomb side by Luminosity. Is still a round away from C9, so they will tie things up early on. Cloud9 don't even get the bomb plant out of the automatic, so they don't get that extra money to really have as many options in the force buying, but they still will. Tech9's coming in. Well, some armor, so we're kind of in the same boat as when we started out on Cobblestone. Just that economic game of chicken, fighting for control of the money. See if they can't reset Luminosity with some Tech9. That's going to be the goal here.
You're going to do the darndest. Stu is pushed up towards ramp. They're getting ready to throw a couple players there. LG have rotated PKL this situation. Automatic gets out towards first vent. Shiz holding on the other side of it. Automatic will be able to get down vent. I don't know if that got heard, but he's clearing the B site. Going to start a pinch on ramp. There's one player in control. Destiny comes out on top. PKL only able to get himself one kill. As C9 have an AK to work with, a couple pistols. Going to push into the B site. Destiny, the lone holder, will drop. There's no one else here from LG to really pressure anyone else as the rotations are coming through from vents. Showtime going to try to deny the bomb plant, but it's not to be.
Yeah, so far he's being chased back, and now Showtime's actually going to get the frag. So this is not looking good here for C9, but Scott does have an AK in play. We know he can be quite clutch. Not this time.
Almost gets it done. Low HP. Shroud picks it up. In a 1v3, one player with 1 HP. If anyone can do it, it is Shroud. He's been looking good as of late. But these players are going to be pinned. They know the bomb's on site. Shroud with 9 bullets in the clip. That smoke's not going to help him one bit as he's going to reload. So he has 27 seconds. Can Shroud get this done? Back in control he will go. Hoping and praying someone from LG will take a peek. Take an engagement that just helps him get a little more ground in this round. I mean, it looks like he is content to just fall back and save the AK into the next round with body armor, which, you know, fair play.
Yeah, sure. Could even drop the deagle to someone and hold him to the AK armor for himself. Give his team a little bit of options in the next round. Certainly worth keeping on to this.
So I guess what my question is Shroud's role has changed immensely in C9. Like, he's no longer that star player. He's set it himself essentially a support player. Now, could the AUG and SIG play into that, being a support rifler playing back more?
Yeah, definitely.
Is that, yeah?
I think Thorn actually made this point in a video he did recently where he was asked about it, and he even, like when he was talking about in relation to Nasus on North, who, same thing, kind of plays more peripheral roles, a little bit more late round situations. Doesn't, maybe the gun's more suited for things like that, I guess, or he's a little bit more open to doing that.
Look at PKL with the push. Skidoo's going to spot it with the P250, but he's stuck. PKL will take the info granted and just fall back. Stu, the bigger doorway to work with now towards Hut, but a bigger angle for the CTs to hold. Showtime spots the shoulder. Go ahead and lob an 8 in. Won't land or deal any damage. The smoke will follow. C9 with the utility they've invested. It looks like an execution might come out for them towards the A site.
They haven't really messed around with outside a whole heck of a lot. They've really been focused on being able to get ramp to lower or being able to do these upper plays. That seems to be the case here again with Skadoodle and Nothing and company. Actually setting up a bunch of nades here on the roof, so maybe like a smoke mini, some flashes coming in, trying to see if they can't creep in. But Automatic, he's been caught. He was trying to sneak in through mini to the Raptors, but he's been busted.
Shroud with the lone AK tries to sneak his way indoor. The flank comes through. All on Nothing to the utility. Thrown mini in heaven. And now this mini smoke's just going to hamper Nothing more than it helps him at this point. He's just going to play behind it. PKL contemplating a peek. Making enough noise to fade out Nothing. His teammate has his back. LG not losing a single member. Cloud9 with the invested money into utility. Well played with the lone AK, but the AK gets picked up. LG upgraded an SMG, and they're looking at 3-1 on the CT side.
Yeah, they're really building up a good lead here, mostly the fact that they were able to break C9 in the second round, and Cloud9 tried to force, and they were able to fight against that as well. So Luminosity doing well in these eco, anti-eco type situations. And again, Cloud9 just going to be upgraded pistols. We've really set to see them have much of a true full buy, except for that last round. That was really the closest they had. So we haven't seen them have too many attempts just yet. But again, Luminosity taking care of business, getting the rounds they need to. But as I say, that Shroud does find that pick onto PKL. He tried to play aggressively against a heavy outside setup by Cloud9. He's going to pay for it. That gives the man advantage here to C9. But again, it's tough. They only have armor on Stewie. Only that one smoke on Nothing. They're up against 4 fully decked out CTs for the most part. So it's still going to be difficult to really find much in this round.
Yeah, they can't retrieve the weapon from outer. I mean, it is just an MP9. C9 contemplating with a squeaky idea. They're just holding for any pushes. LG, no reason to really go for any with these rifles. Going to be playing a nice pushback area. Destiny's going to be holding towards ramp. C9 looks like they're starting to transition a little bit over towards ramp. But again, C9 just holding lobby. They're just dwindling down time, hoping LG oversteps somewhere, perhaps, I assume. Yell's able to find one. Stewie gonna sneak down vents for free. I mean, this might start the pinch on ramp. They're gonna go Destiny. He gets the call. One player's flanking. Is he gonna fall back right into the arms of Stu? That's the question. As nothing with low HP jumps and kills himself before a bullet gets fired from his pistol. And Stu's left alone with a mop to try to clean up LG, but he has no water in his pail.
The Luminosity are really starting to build up a lead here on this CT side nuke, which is great because they got dumpstered on Cobblestone, and so they really need this map to work out, obviously, to force a third, keep themselves alive in this tournament. Of course, it's his single elimination. Winner this is moving on to the finals. Of course, at this point, they've guaranteed themselves to be in the money, but obviously you're looking for the bigger prize and the pride of winning the title. So far, well on their way on nuke, but Cloud9 will be back onto a full buy once more, and Shroud will have that SIG in play again, so definitely made that kind of a staple of his play at this point. Really committed to bringing that out regularly.
Stewie takes a peek towards bigger, enlarged hut door early, taking engagement with someone backside. That was Showtime. He'll get the short end of the stick down to 71. C9. It looks like based on the positioning and lining up for smokes, it looks like we're going to see this wall of smokes towards outer, but keep an eye on PKL. As soon as he smokes Bloom, he won't be able to see top Marshmallow, but he can put eyes forward towards red and might have a C9 barbecue towards back red. Smokes go
Out
out
here trying to scope things out outside. Smoke's going down over there towards Secrets. That smoke ball's going out, but nothing's really the only one following it up. Everyone else actually creeping back in the lobby, so it's kind of a fake that they're throwing a heavy presence outside, and nothing may sneak in through mini, but it's definitely looking to be an upper execute.
Yeah, out comes C9 towards the site. Stu gets one, immediately shuts down. Shroud's here, but he'll have the same fate. Showtime having none of this. He gets 3. Yell spots one player going down. Vent, nothing. Towards outside will trump over PKL. Question is, will LG quickly rush Skadoodle knowing he's alone? Nothing, nowhere close to the site. Skadoodle had to win that duel. Instead, he'll fall. Nothing. Don't think he'll get here in time. LG will pick up round number 5. Nothing realizes it. He'll hold off, save his armor and rifle. But C9, I like the idea, but
See, it's situations like that, though, where I don't really get the SIG choice.
Towards Squeaky.
Yeah, I mean, you're just running out to a close quarters fight. I mean, the AK is less money, you know, 1 bullet headshot anyway. I don't know. I mean, I get it when you're more at range, you're actually going to use the scope, or maybe you're going to get a little bit more in other ways out of it, but...
You think him and nothing
in that
should have
particular
swapped?
situation, it didn't... Huh?
Maybe him and nothing should have swapped spots, perhaps? Is that kind of what you're...
I'm not sure. I think it's still too new to like elite level competitive play to really actually know where it fits.
So this is a tactical from C9, I believe. Talking things through. I mean, what's the switch up here? We haven't seen an op on Skadoodle on the T side. I think it's going to come out and play this round for the first time. So I mean, where would Skadoodle go to find a pick? I mean, LG are holding aggressive towards ramp. Outer, they're contesting it, but not really showing too much. And I mean, it's a little too early for C9 to maybe get a read on what LG are doing, especially considering they're switching it up from secret and pushes. So I mean, we'll see where Scott decides to go. Any ideas on that?
I mean, certainly outside's a place you can be looking to do that type of thing, but it looks like he is just going to take the AK, and they just want to get the 5 rifle set up, and again, another SIG for Shroud. See how he's going to put that to use.
Yeah, C9 need to get the engines turning and burning a little bit.
Yeah, and again, I get using the SIG maybe every now and then, but the fact that he just does it relentlessly, almost every single round, that's where I kind of wonder, especially in situations where money is tight, and that could be an extra nade.
Yeah. You think he's forcing it a bit, maybe?
And if you're going to be a support player where you're buying a bunch of nades, then, you know what I mean? Like, it's just kind of odd.
Yeah, I mean, if you are playing that support rifler, you're right. You expect to have utility behind it, and how are you supposed to
I think he literally
support,
talked in that speech about how he wanted to be able to throw nades for his teams and stuff. It's like, well, if you can't buy any because you have a SIG, yeah, I don't know. I actually would really like to ask Strat about it. I probably will. Maybe I can try to get an
little interview
for the finals or something like that. Yeah. If Cloud9 make it to the finals, maybe while we have a break and play, I'll see if he'll answer me on Steam or something like that. Maybe he's talked about it on stream. Maybe people can tweet at me if they've seen him talk about it on the stream.
It's interesting.
And,
It'd be interesting to really get that figured out. Maybe it's still
again,
in the
I'm not trying
testing
to be like
stage.
critical or say
No,
it's
no.
wrong. I would like to learn more because again, it's just not something you see a lot.
It's interesting. PKL Back by Squeaky, not even gonna bother. He's just gonna smoke and get out of there. And when there's something new implemented in a game, everyone wants to wrap their head around it, so we'll see. As Showtime gonna find Stu, so opening pick will go LG's way. Now, can C9 fight out of this? I mean, they're smoked down towards Secret. They don't want to run through it. There's pressure from a player back towards Control. That's PKL. They're gonna give time for Automatic to work, however, towards Catwalk and Heaven, while his teammates just posture up towards Secret. They're kind of pinned, but they do have outer yard control, at least for the time being.
True. And with Automatic sneaking into Heaven here. Oh, wow. Yeah, Shiz is just way too ready for that. And now it is Shroud, though, with the stick.
Okay.
All right, whatever. You know what?
I'm over it.
Question it. The method of the madness, as we're going to see Destiny trying to break in through. He's going to take out Shroud, though, so that's short-lived. Main advantage on the retake now. They do have all kits, so they have plenty of time to work this one out.
Nothing. Going to be holding for the Squeaky push door. Gets open. Two players are coming from lobby. Skidoodle eyes forward towards Hut. Look at Nothing. He jumps into Hut, but Yell with the op close range finds it. Good play from Nothing, trying to switch up his position, thinking he was found as it's all on Skidoodle. No op for this clutch, and there will be no clutch to be found. LG will go up 6-1, regardless of the entries from Shroud. How sick they were finding the player top Hut in the player window. It's irrelevant in this situation.
So great work by Luminosity still. I mean, they're really holding up on this CT side. You're really seeing them find their form on some of their players. Showtime particularly has looked good throughout this best of three. He was kind of one of the better performers for his team on Cobble, despite kind of getting waxed. And in this map, he's definitely been on point. Sitting with 10. Meanwhile, C9 has really yet to find a rhythm here. A playmaker like Stewie's been very limited. It's 1-7 right now on the scoreboard. And even Skadoodle, like you said, not really ever having an op this game.
And maybe hampered for it. Maybe it feels like his hands are tied.
That's another question about the SIG too, right? Like, if you maybe save up money over time because you spend less on it and you get an AK, maybe that's more money you have built up to maybe drop someone like Sky and Op at some point.
Will it add up and prolong the economy? Yeah.
I think the extra nade is probably the bigger thing to think about.
An extra flash, a grenade, something, yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to keep harping on it, though.
It's okay, yeah.
Let's just focus in here. So Automatic does actually slip in through Mini, and he does get the surprise kill on the Shiz, so that could finally be a catalyst for Cloud9 to drive something home here on this T side.
Showtime does his back sight, but the op from Yell is too strong towards Heaven. They haven't dealt with it. Destiny is too. It's all on Shroud with the SG in a 1v3. He has bomb on his back. That's what he has going for him. Yell just not even going to peek. He's just going to hold. He may just consider peeking up just the top of his head. That's all that Shroud needs. His timing not going to work out for Shroud. No, he gets into Mini. Destiny holding Squeaky. Dead bodies from his teammates all over the place. He has 30 seconds, and Shroud has to find some kind of 1v1 engagement. Work off of that, as he's just going to get spotted from Mini now, and that will be his ultimate downfall, as PK will find him from lobby, or from Mini, excuse me. So 7-1, LG, great CT side. And the bank, look at that.
Yeah, again, this is great news for Luminosity. Again, a team that really did struggle in map 1, has slowly been progressing through the America scene. You know, getting into Pro League, you know, doing okay there, qualifying for some lands. And now they're up against one of the more skilled teams in the region, one of the, you know, best teams at one point in North America. Still, you know, probably considered to be up there somewhere. And they are putting up a good play here on Nuke, and they're trying to see if they can't survive this best of 3, maybe force a third map, and they can keep this type of play up. It's looking pretty good to do so. I haven't really seen much at all from Cloud9. Even when they do get a couple of entries and you think that they might actually be finally cracking open around, like the recovery from Luminosity has been on point. That round Destiny was massive to just kind of reel it back in, despite some of the early entry work that Shroud and Automatic were putting in there. Now it's going to be all focused on the ramp room.
Yeah, Destiny gets a molly off before he falls back. Stu is going to try to hunt him down with attack. They are going to be able to find him without losing a player. That's critical. It's been a while since we've seen that. No trades. Dale molly and Invent. Great timing as he tries to turn away from the molly and move himself further from it. Good timing from Nothing to drop down. Skadoodle gets heard rotating with bomb, but Shiz doesn't know what he had. But it looks like they're going to try to aggress back in a ramp room. Skadoodle is stuck behind boxes. He has bomb. So coming on top of the first duel, but look at the flank from Shiz. This round's starting to unravel a little bit, but the good thing the bomb fell down for C9 on ramp. So we'll get picked up and moved to site. Two-man retake and Shroud in this cubby. May just put the pin in the balloon for LG. This round, as they'll double peek them, they line up. Shroud gets them both. So C9 will get number 2 on the board at least.
Yeah, almost a team ace there from Cloud9, so everyone really pitching into that one. And so it is finally a round on the board. It's been quite a while. They've lost the last 6 in a row, or 7 in a row, actually, before putting that one on the board. And now they have to follow it up with something, right? I mean, you don't want to have your economy reset here. You want to see if you can't mount the comeback if you're C9. Still plenty of money on Luminosity to buy after the loss, and probably could even buy next round as well. So Cloud9's still a few rounds away from forcing a save out of LG and really closing the gap. If they can win this and the next, then they're right back in this game, it feels like. So we'll see if they can do just that as nothing. Trying to look for something here towards outside. In fact, there's a lot of outside presence this round from C9. Automatic also looking here to maybe jump on top of the rafters. Yell's op is going to be patrolling around, though, but it's just all about the timing of which angle he's peeking when Automatic decides to jump down.
Yeah, it looks like that smoke's just going to bloom, so he's going to have to fall back into CT. Keep an eye on PKL. He's back into secret. Ready and willing to cause some damage towards the C9 side. As more smokes will continue to bloom outward. PKL hasn't spotted anyone yet. Molly's back red, but he'll have a Molly thrown at him in return, so he falls off. Good on C9 to gain full outer control. Shiz, top hut. He'll lose his head to Stu right through Squeaky. No fear whatsoever from C9. As they'll re-Molly secret, force PKL all the way back. A second pick for C9 goes unanswered by LG. Automatic can continue to push forward. As Showtime needs some help, he'll fall to Shroud, PKL, and Vents. As Destiny and PKL going to try to make this retake happen, but C9, two-man advantage in positioning and bomb planted.
And looking good for them to close this one out. And again, while Luminosity does still have some money to buy, you know, a guy like Shiz actually pretty low on cash. Even PKL's not looking that great. So saving these two guns would actually be pretty big to just make sure they get a nice full buy. Everyone has rifles, utilities there, rather than, you know, maybe a lighter one. So definitely worth you know, moving into CT spawn as Destiny has to just kind of make sure they secure these rifles for round number 11. As it is going to be C9 making it now 3-7. And that was a little bit different from Cloud9. I actually haven't really seen that exact smoke variation outside before. So it seems like they have cooked up a couple little different things here and how they want to use their smokes. I mean, it had a similar, you know, philosophy behind it, but it definitely was a couple of different smoke placements than what you're used to seeing. So,
I think there's one big garage, one that top crate, one mini, and one mini cross.
CT spawn, yeah, and they weren't as close knit to secret.
So it opened up mini for, or opened up mini and secret for them wherever they wanted to go, and allowed them to get the opening picks. It was nice. And now the op in the hands of Scoodle once more in front of the round, but LG going for a double op setup, so they're all in on round 11. You're gonna see Automatic, a quick play through the Molly, through everything. Shiz, top catwalk. The entries go the way of C9. They continue to. Skadoodle misses the op shot with a Molly. We'll keep PKL at bay behind it for now. A dog on a leash as he has to just hold back. He can't aggress until the smoke lands. Destiny on the flank will deal with Shroud, so we're back into 3v3, but two ops are taking towards A. It's a tall order. We'll see Destiny possibly pick up the SG, and that's what he'll do. As Yell waits for Destiny to push up towards lobby, that's where he will fall. So 3v2, Yell, unless he finds a pick shortly, top of the head gets spotted, Skadoodle will take it clean off the shoulders. And just like that, C9 exploded into execution.
So there you have it, Cloud9 will move to 4, and now the money is tight on Luminosity. So a save outside of PKL holding onto the Sim 4 is pretty likely. And maybe you see him, I mean, he could drop and buy himself, and maybe you see like Destiny getting up, like armor. I mean, there's some options there, but it's also likely they could just be conservative about it. Yeah, M4's dropped. Yeah, so it looks like they are going to go ahead and do what I was talking about.
Round 12, I mean, you're up 7-4 on the CT side. Might as well keep applying the pressure, especially if you can get an op on the board, I suppose, is the idea here.
Yep.
And we'll see. I mean, the op on Yell, where's he headed right now? I'm going to jump on board with him. So he's actually going to jump back A site. So they're ready for another quick play. As they'll put the SMGs close, Yell will be here to support. Interestingly enough, he's pushing really close whilst being scoped in towards that hut position. Automatic gets out towards second vent. I think they have a good idea that's happening, as he's going to be able to get her dropping. Shiz knows what's happening. Stewie, in the meantime, opens it up towards outer. He's going to run right into mini. The second frag is just at his fingertips. Just missed. Skadoodle. A ramp hold. So C9 coming out on top shortly as Automatic gets down secret. So LG are a little pinch towards the A site. And Yell comes down. Vents gets hurt. Goodbye. Automatic deletes him. Up, down. Showtime might have the same fate, but he comes out on top. So C9 still able to trade in their favor. And it looks like they transitioned to B after finding some kills towards A.
Indeed, the bomb looks like it's going to get planned. Showtime might be able to open the door and disrupt this. I'm not sure where. Oh, it's kind of on the opposite side. Nothing is there for cover, so never mind. That wasn't going to happen. So now Shiz left alone in a 1v3, and he really has no business winning this round. There is no kit on him yet. I don't know if there's one nearby he can grab, but either way, this is going to be a tough ask.
Yeah, even for the man who's gotten an ace already against C9, this tall order. As it looks like he is just going to play for exits towards Decon. And it looks like he is just going to fall back any moment towards Secret. So C9 keep 3 members alive. They keep the op in play. Unless Shroud caught looking the wrong way. No. Quick on it. Takes the head off of Shiz. So C9 is starting to close the gap.
Absolutely. I mean, they've now won the last 4 rounds in a row after losing 7 in a row. So it was looking quite one-sided for Luminosity. Now all of a sudden Cloud9 are really on the heels of Luminosity. And this is where Luminosity are finally forced to tap out and take just some upgraded pistols and kind of wait to save for the next round. And so this is where Cloud9 can gain even more ground. And I mean, if they can wind up winning this half or even getting 6 or 7 rounds out of this, that's still plenty for them, I think. I think they're the type of team that can have, you know, a lot of skill and have big CT sides, especially on a map like this one that still can play to CT quite a lot. This is not too shabby.
Yeah, the opening pick already with a little damage traded out. C9 will take that all day. They've gained ramp room control. Now they can go hell, they can go to B. I mean, they're really going to force the pistols to push off the sides of the map. Nothing. Good spray transfer, just runs out of bullets. As LG will be able to drop 2 members, but I mean, with no armor, even if they do pick up those AKs, aim punch will become an issue. Shiz will get 1. I mean, we may see him fall off and save, even though they will get a full buy in the next round. As on round 13, Yell is going to be dropping an event. C9 bomb ticking, no kit on LG. So Yell is just going to be fishing for something. It looks like Shiz is just going to hang on. I mean, even if you are buying, it's still just a free rifle, especially when you know all hope is lost in this round. Aw, Shroud holding for Yell's exit, so he's not even going to be able to stay alive. Shroud gets 2, C9 gets 6. So within run round, I mean, it was looking good for LG. Then C9 just went to some smokes we haven't seen in a while with his deep smokes towards CT spawn, taking outer control, finding the opening picks, and right now the picks are just going their way, and they're not getting traded well on LG anymore.
Yeah, you're starting to see some big plays get created here by some of these guys over on C9. Particularly Unim actually woken up. He's made some pretty big plays. Same with Shroud. He's definitely been hitting his stride lately.
12 and 7.
But here comes a big double op setup from Luminosity. I would imagine you see one of those outside, maybe the other one ramp. I know that's just playing a lot of ramp room, so we'll see how Cloud9 handles that. May not be expecting this.
Yeah, that's the first time I think
particularly
we've seen
an op at ramp.
Yeah. But it looks like it won't get tested. I mean, it's going to be the wall of smokes. Nothing's going to get on the other side of it, holding for any peaks. The smoke, just a gap in it towards Mini. Nothing. They're just gonna push right into Mini. The wall of smokes denies any secret kind of pressure, but look at Shiz using these double barrels to his full advantage. A double pillar. He's able to get 1. Stu's gonna push in. Can't find Shiz, who's still living on a 19 HP in the pre-fire. Will find the head of automatic. It's all on Skadoodle in a 1v2, and it's not happening this time. Shiz will peek from back sight. He finds 4. As there was a gap in that smoke as C9 tried to come through it. And a great usage of the map back sight there from Shiz.
Yeah, I mean, that's actually a good thought, though. I mean, they put the smoke wall to secret, and typically a lot of CTs will just think to spam the smoke and think that maybe they can do some damage or even get a frag on someone trying to run down secret. So all their focus is kind of on that smoke, and if they're going to be able to kind of catch a glimmer of someone going through, and then Cloud9 just say, well, we're just actually going to go through Mini while your focus is on those smokes, but they kind of got trapped behind another smoke that the CTs actually threw from inside the site, and that really hurt them. And wow, Yell's going to be kicking himself for that, because he definitely tagged Skadoodle, but he didn't get the kill, but Skadoodle did, so that's always rough. That's another one of those tilting things that can happen that we were talking about earlier.
It's on the
when
list.
You tag the guy, but you still get outpicked.
Oh my goodness, it was looking good for C9 early, but all of a sudden, the player towards heaven will come out on top of that. Duel with the UMP. Shroud shut down by the secondary op of Destiny. He's going to hold down ramp room. Nothing's going to try to pick up the mantle, as he'll continue to push towards heaven. Check close left, he'll find the head of PKL. So at least it's brought to a one-man deficit. Skadoodle is legged down to 22, holding for the peak from the secondary op of Destiny. Wins that duel. Timing won't work out for nothing. Caught with the flash out in his hand. 9-6. I mean, from what it was looking like earlier, I don't think that's really a bad half from C9.
No, not at all, man. I think they had a good recovery. You know, winning those 5 rounds in a row certainly got them back in the game, right? Without that, it would have likely been a pretty one-sided affair for Luminosity. We'd be looking at a map 3 as being very likely. Now, all of a sudden, it's really unclear because if Cloud9 win pistol, they could tie this thing right back up 9-all, pending they get the clean start. And if that's the case, then, I mean, all of a sudden, now the 2-0 for Cloud9 is looking a lot more realistic.
Yeah.
So I mean, great comeback from Cloud9 in the half. I will say, though, good on Luminosity to kind of put a stop to it those last couple of rounds and kind of get some momentum back, so to speak.
You know what else is clean? This crisp, clean computer that we're giving away in our global giveaway. You can enter now. There's links in chat or iBuyPower.com/IBP-invite. So you can crisp, clean, lock yourself over to that site and enter into the PC giveaway.
On a scale of 1 to machine for selling out, I'm gonna give you that was like a 5.
It wasn't bad, but it wasn't good either.
Yeah, it wasn't.
It's pitchable.
Too shabby. Yeah.
Sick. I just need a nice looking suit and actually a nice jawline. That's all I need, dude. Stewie tapping away. He's gonna fall down ramp. Skadoodle does have a kit and a smoke. Keep that in mind. As Stewie gonna retreat all the way back to the site in B. Doesn't want to get caught or overwhelmed by the Glocks. As LG, interestingly enough, get the opening pick and fall back lobby. This is might catch C9 off guard. Destiny's gonna find nothing, and all of a sudden, LG have the open A site as C9 preemptively almost rotate down to B and have 2 players stuck under vent. Oh, the flash from PKL. Shroud peeks after it pops. 2 players posted on his positioning, and now he needs help. As Automatic's just gonna be holding. There is a kit somewhere. I think it will get retrieved. Actually, I think it was towards ramp. I believe Hellish. So we'll see if C9 can make this retake happen. 2 players on site. Shroud's going to do his darndest. Taking some shots. Automatic deals with it. Look at Shroud. Oh my goodness, he finds that one. There's 2 more. Sight. This is happening for C9, and it will. Question is there time in the defuse? I think there's plenty.
Yeah, absolutely. Definitely hurt that Yell tried to sneak his way up to heaven and then just got absolutely blitzed by Shroud, I think that was. So 2 kills there from Shroud. That definitely had some impact. Automatic, though, of course, 3 for him. So those 2 have definitely been putting in the work here for C9. So that's Cloud9 beginning that comeback effort we were talking about here to maybe tie this thing up soon.
It's within reach. It's within possibility. LG, interesting enough, not investing as much as you think. I mean, they're just reserve, saving for the buy. I mean, no utility. Yeah. They go for the pistols. Fair game.
Definitely buy next time. That's
yeah.
what this is about.
Skadoodle, scout towards... Ooh! Scout towards outer. Yell comes out on top. Jeez. Nice deagle peek. I mean, we've seen these pistols from LG wreak some havoc, and we'll see if they're going to continue to do so. Shroud getting close hut with Automatic. They'll catch Destiny crossing back over. Brain splattered on the wall. So C9 at least bring it back and gain a part of the map that LG are going to have to fight back for if they want to go towards the inner site, unless they want to go all towards outer yard, but with pistols, I mean, it's a tight option, and now C9 just swarming in lobby.
Yell sneaking around with that deagle, trying to see if he can't find anything else. Nothing's fallen way back, though, towards CT with that scout. Does spot one towards red, but there's Yell in the peripheral vision. As he's scoping in, he's going to get caught by that deagle. So Yell is deadly right now with this thing. Finally gets put in the dirt, but, I mean, it was... a little bit dicey there. Luckily, Automatic's kind of reeling it back in. Now it's a 3-on-2, just a Glock and a 250 to worry about. So this should be now Cloud9, you know, clinching this 8th round.
Yeah, automatic with 3. Almost said automatically. That's a new one. Stu gonna be holding for lobby push. I mean, LG will upgrade a pistol at least. I think PKL's looking for the one that was dropped there. Instead, it'll just be stuck in a block. Comrade will dies, and Automatic will get the eco ace. So there you have it. That's something to put on your mantle. Right home about. It'll get the eco ace, putting C9 within 1 round, as LG will get a bye. And we'll see how hampered they're going to be here, though.
Yep, the tie is on the horizon here for C9, and that means that all that advantage that Luminosity has worked for is about to wither away. As again, Shroud right to the AUG on the CT side.
The only kit.
That as well.
LG looks like they're going to go for some smokes. Aggression from Skadoodle. He just goes all out towards that box by red. Showtime comes out on top on both. That is massive as the SMGs get aggressive, but Showtime put on a show towards outer. It is his time. I'll incorporate his whole name as Automatic, as he's going to try to play towards box, but C9, 2 members down early. They need to make a play somewhere across the map, and this might be it.
Automatic's like, surely they won't expect a third guy.
There's no way.
No way. Definitely got this.
Oh, maybe. It might work out. Yeah, he'll peek. He'll even take some damage for it, but Showtime will finally be put down. LG working towards the B site. Stu early on the rotation. He'll be behind double doors in control room with the UMP. We'll see if he's going to try to hold the cross as he gets spotted. He'll have nades coming his way shortly. Destiny clears dark. Automatic quick down vent. So, I mean, the AK gets here. Stu is holding control room. Shroud yet to rotate towards heaven. The bomb's going to start to get planted. Stu through the smoke. We'll have no luck. Not a single bullet landing. I mean, it was planted on that side of the pillar, too. So, I mean, it was perfect for him. Automatic already tagged down to 12. And he will fall, so it is all on Stu. He may go try to retrieve that AK. Instead, he'll take a peek towards vents. Gets Destiny down to 50. We may see Stu try to take the AK and hightail it out of here, but instead, LG hold the cross. And goodbye, Stu. So LG punch back immediately.
They do hold off Cloud9 for now. Can time this thing up. They'll probably be able to build their lead a bit as well. Cloud9's money is certainly in disarray at this point. Only Automatic really has some money to spend. That means it's going to be mostly upgraded pistols at the most, and no armor. So very unlikely Cloud9 get much done here unless they kind of get into some crazy situations with these deagles, so that CZ can get up close on someone.
Ooh. Automatic's trying his hardest. Here's a deagle. Showtime. Of course it's Showtime. Is pushed up towards red. It wouldn't be outer yard without Showtime being there on LG's T side. Shiz holding the lobby push. He'll turn around and he'll find Stu. So a good 3K for him. I mean, these players from C9, no armor, some upgraded pistols. Destiny might get caught. The Shroud already heavily tagged. Falls to Destiny. Is it all on Automatic? Who is back sight? The nade won't be on point. We'll see if they're going to find him out. I mean, they're just all around the map trying to find him. Destiny finds him in the end to find a 2K for himself. Shiz gets 3. LG now at 11 to 8 as they're slowly starting to inch away. We'll see if C9 are going to get the op on the board, perhaps.
Definitely could. I mean, there's enough money there for one to be dropped from Automatic or something like that. That is going to be the case. Automatic will drop the op over to Skadoodle, gets an M4 for himself. Shroud will be on just the up now. Nothing on the FAMAS, and so we are going to see Luminosity Gaming looking to control outside once more. Everyone here, 4 players using the smoke wall while Destiny kind of creeps up top. Skadoodle though going to catch Shiz. Free kill there for him basically. And there's no extra smoke to actually get to Secret, so he could catch another one there as they try to push around it.
Yeah, Nothing's going to be playing with him from Mini. So the nade from Nothing will do damage on Yell, who has had the bomb. They're stuck
Look
back
at this
red.
though.
Oh, wow,
Destiny is able to get down here. I don't know that anyone's really anticipating this. This could be a huge issue.
Yeah, I'm going to jump on board with Destiny. He is still working his way up. I mean, there's no one really aware of what his positioning. You're right. Stu may just get walked up on, as it looks like LG are just willing to give him time to work. They're just going to hold outer yard and give as much time to Destiny to work this out as possible. No one's ready for this. He spotted Stu. He's going to try to find them both, as he knows there might be a setup here. But it looks like he's just going to take the knife. Goodbye, Stu. Skadoodle gets caught with a nade, but Skadoodle going to take the repeat while the outer push is going to start. Nothing gets Stu with his FAMAS. Showtime will lose the duel to Automatic, so it was looking good for LG, but it just falls apart. Destiny tried his darndest, but it's not enough. He's in a 1v3, 30 seconds, leg down to 15. It was a good try from Destiny, but LG, the push towards outer, gets sliced apart.
Yeah, I mean, while Destiny was making a play, everything else crumbled. You know, Nothing puts up a great hold outside with a couple of kills. Automatic pitches in on that as well. So it is C9 moving on to 9 rounds. Luminosity going to have their economy reset now, but there's still plenty banked up. So that's not really an issue. They'll definitely be able to buy in the next round, maybe even the one after that. Cloud9 still has some work to do before they can force Luminosity to submit when it comes to firepower. And even their economy is still fragile, right? They still need to make sure that they themselves don't get reset. So there's a lot riding on this round, really, for both teams.
Almost make or break for C9, almost. It's kind of getting
Definitely
there.
would set them back. Yeah, that's for sure.
So, I mean, they will get four full rifles on the board. There'll be a couple mollies in play, 3 mollies. Shroud looted one in the previous round with a scavenger perk, so we might see C9 just do the typical carpet bomb that is so effective to slow down these A pushes. LG Gonna be using some utility early. There's nothing, immediately just mollies towards door. I mean, such a nice tool to have, especially on nuke. They get used early. Destiny stuck behind it. Some shots coming down from the ramp room position. So LG lining up the remaining smokes they have. They have one for an execution. So they're already down to one smoke, but they do have 4 mollies.
Lots of utility here for Luminosity to put to use, especially these Molotovs. Definitely could use them towards the upper bomb site, you know, Molly top hut, maybe Molly rafters. Definitely a lot of things you can do there. And Destiny already has a pick on automatic as well, so it's going to give them a lot of room.
Oh, they're going out. Nothing. It's a brawl. He's got one back site. Can't find the second. Good rotation from Skadoodle towards upper. Stu comes through vents, and he will make them pay in dividends as Skadoodle will put the final shot in the back of PKL. So LG, the lack of smokes will be compensated by the mollies. But C9 with a good hold, having numbers there and a quick rotation to clean up that round. Now they are within 1, and LG teeter-tottering right now. They're walking a fine line.
Yeah, still enough money to buy in this round if they really wanted to, but if they want to make sure they have a complete buy across the entire team, then saving here makes sense. You know, if you want to incorporate an off, you want to make sure everyone has AKs and utility, then yeah, taking a save here does make sense. Means Cloud9 has a great opportunity to go ahead and tie this thing up now at 11 all. Great work at the upper bomb site from C9. I mean, they just traded back and forth very well there between Skadoodle and the company. That's going to allow them to finally close that gap all the way, it looks like.
Nothing gets deked. So they do trade towards outer in favor of LG. They're going to try to work their way up to that rifle. Automatics positioning and mini. Going to deny that. Before he even sees him, Skadoodle is actually the one to take his head off. So the Shadow gave away the positioning, but Scott quick on that off. Stewie going to feel pressure towards ramp again. He'll fall back. Don't know how much time he'll have to really get pushed back in a sight. Looks like they won't give as much chase as Stewie was ready for. So he'll take care of one of the players. Yell and Shiz. Last two remaining. No armor and Deagles. I wouldn't count them out in terms of finding a couple more players from C9, but the round may just be out of reach. As C9 about to tie this one up if everything goes accordingly.
Really not much LG can hope for here. We do see Shiz does have the bomb. He's kind of creeping towards lower bomb site. Maybe hoping that he can sneak in and plant a bomb, especially if Yell can cause a disturbance upper and hold people in place or cut off a rotate. But that's not going to happen. Shroud sniffs him out immediately. And the moment he starts hitting those buttons, people will storm him. But he will actually pop off the plant. So there you go. Even more money in the bank. Mission accomplished, basically.
Ooh!
Okay.
He's got the deke. They're going to push him. And somehow he's allowed that 1v1 for a bit longer than I was ready for.
Especially since two of those players were so low on Cloud9. That was actually a little dangerous, but I mean, they peaked appropriately, making it difficult for them to really line up a multi-frag and get a bunch of 1v1s. So it is going to be 11 all here, but lots of money for LG thanks to that plant and the save. And Cloud9 really still having to do a decent bit of rebuying in these rounds they're winning.
I mean, they lost 2 that round to 1 set of armor, I think, and upgraded pistols. So
and 3 before that, so you can see that Shroud, automatic, and nothing, all very low in cash. So a loss almost means right back to saving. So they have still yet to surpass that threshold of having to be concerned with money.
And the early duels, Destiny and Showtime will take some damage, but look at the HP already on C9. Shroud, automatic, and nothing, both tagged. The nade will land home as automatic will go down. Some call it a Kobe. I call it a home run, as automatic will go down. LG working into secret. Stewie alone to hold this from control, so he's there already. But so we'll see if he holds on. He has a smoke and a molly to really work with, so as soon as he spots someone, look for some utility to get used, and then Stu to hold it. PKL may just catch him jumping. We'll see if the op's going to peek first, but it looks like it is going to be PKL. Stu's heads get spotted. Utility comes out. What an interesting molly bounce. It hit the corner. That was... I mean, it worked. It bloomed, but just imagine it didn't. That would have been.
That would have been. That would have been insane.
That would have been nuts. The pixel perfect molly.
Definitely took a bounce you didn't expect. Meanwhile, Stu does get a kill. Look, of course it's Stewie. Of course he's pushing the smoke.
Who else would do it? Skadoodle gonna try to hold ramp. He misses a shot. That's his downfall. Shroud and nothing. Shroud eats some molly damage. Tries to fight out through vents, but he'll fall. So just like this, C9, whose economy is on a teeter-totter itself. Nothing will pick up an op, try to save it. So LG get one more round advantage, and we'll see. I mean, it's going to be 12 to 11. Nothing missing that critical shot. He'll fall. No op save. C9, their economy will be there, but it's going to be in tatters and pieces. I mean, Stu's got some, but other than that. Wow.
And
Okay.
Stu just full buys.
Wow.
Though. He's gonna get an op.
How do you feel about this? I mean, it's pretty all in for round 24. I mean, a save you can get a buy next round, but they're banking it on these pistols being aggressive and coming out on top.
I guess.
I mean, they do have a map to fall back on, so I mean, maybe they're just thinking that too. Who knows?
Yeah, I'm not really sure there. I mean, there's really no way to punish Luminosity. Like normally you would maybe force buy like this if you know that you can reset your opponent and they'll be on a save the next round if you win this one. But there's no threat of that. Like there's still plenty of money on Shiz, Showtime, and PKL to where they're not saving after this round no matter what. But you give yourself one op and you can make plays with it. And Stewie is in fact going to pick off PKL. And he does it from a different spot. He's never peeked that before. And now the CZ comes in from automatic. So they're actually piecing this together. Again, high risk, but the reward, it's there to still tie this game right back up. Catching the rotation from nothing. He'll get at least one man from C9 down, but it's still the advantage here for the North Americans.
I mean, especially with automatic picking up that AK, he'll pick up the mantle of the secret push. The op from on Stewie has rotated all the way to ramp, so really very dynamic movement for the op from Stu here, as he'll just be posted towards ramp. Yell's going to look for a mini pick. Showtime working towards outer. He has big garage control. Shroud not going to peek that. Just going to be holding for anyone pushing hell / the heaven catwalk push. At Showtime, there you have it. Automatic will pounce. Beautiful timing on that to find him, and this might pressure LG into going into an execution. I mean, Flash is going to get used. Shroud still towards heaven. One player already rotating. I think that's Stu with the op. Yeah, all of them are going to come up here. So you'll have just 3 players chilling out, waiting for Luminosity to do something. They're daring them to plant the bomb.
Yeah, it feels like as soon as that bomb starts ticking, they all just want to be able to run out and just tie them together. And that's exactly what's going to happen. Swarming is going to be able to plant inside the smoke, and Yell with the op is remaining alive over towards the door here.
Oh my goodness. This is falling apart. It's all on Shroud. He's out of bullets. Shiz picks up 3. C9 can't find the planter in the smoke, and that's what was their downfall, giving Yell an opportunity to find one. And Shiz, after he plants, just has a heyday. He comes around and just finds them. Just like that, C9, the force, shoved right back down their throats.
It was. I mean, it was a gamble to begin with just to even go for that play, but it really started to work out early. I mean, Stewie gets to stick with the op. You're seeing automatic finds one. They get a 5-on-3 pretty quick. It's looking actually good that their gamble will pay out. But then they lose right there in the end on that heaven rush, just trying to rush the planter. As you said, just couldn't find the frag, and then Yell goes nuts. So there you have it, 13-11 for Luminosity.
Wow.
Very likely a 14th round, as Cloud9 have to do more with even less in this round because they don't nearly have the same amount of utility. They don't have any armor. It's just P250s. Granted, at the right range, that is a one-shot headshot gun. So
yeah.
You never know. For $300, it's worth giving it a shot. Do you see a cheeky boost here towards the ramp room? That could play into things if you catch someone off guard. But I mean, all things are tilting in favor of Luminosity to put this round away. I
mean, if you're curious how nothing's down to 96, Yell actually tagged him through mini right off the beginning, like just for that little bit of damage, as he will fall to the hands of Yell. Skadoodle, good dink on a PKL, almost in that headshot range. Instead, PKL will get out there with 12 HP. Skadoodle will have a smoke now to contest with. Molly's behind him. LG's just going to use... C9 are on a shank while LG show up with weapons.
He's doing damage, though, man.
He's doing it.
So that's another dink. And Destiny down to 6. And they still don't know about Stu. Oh, Stu tried to push through.
He wanted
Unlucky.
But I think Skadoodle has just fallen completely off. Automatic will drop down vents, and that's where he will lie, waiting for the next round to begin. Showtime finds him automatic. I don't think Showtime heard him drop. Oh, nice shot from automatic. So yeah, didn't hear him drop. Shiz is here. That's a one-tapper with the P250 at that range. Shiz using the head angle beautifully. Skadoodle gonna find him, so he'll be able to pick up an AK, but they are hunting him all around. Yell will challenge him the back stairs. 14-11. Yeah.
Still a lot of damage with those P250s. They get 2 kills and almost had 2 others, so that was still quite dangerous, despite the fact that there was really almost no investment there from C9. So that is pretty crazy stuff, and now C9 will get a buy here. Not the best, but umps are still really damn good for $1,200. So don't want to even think that Cloud9 are really that hindered by that, to be quite honest. Skadoodle is going to have the op in play. Let's see if he can make something happen with it here. As this is basically Cloud9's last chance, right? If they lose this, they'd have basically nothing, and Luminosity at that point should win this 16-11. So this is the last stand for C9 on this map if they want to avoid a third.
I mean, it comes down to, like, can Skadoodle be effective with his op and get the first pick? I mean, C9, even when they get the first picks, though, it's LG to still slowly grind the round out and bring it back. They're not even pressuring anything when they lose the first man. I mean, it's just slow heads-up play from LG. They don't leave the game plan. They don't leave their comfort zone, even if they do lose the first player. So nothing towards outer. Without an op, he is just going to be jumping around and peeking this, as no one is really there to support him. There's one player towards heaven, if the mini-map serves me correctly. So that is Skadoodle. As he is just going to fall down to hell. Rotate to ramps, too. He's going to swap spots. Automatic top hut. We'll get a smoke out, but he has to worry about Mini. Here they come, and his vision and attention is pulled two ways. Destiny's going to find nothing. Shroud, backside UMP. One man to hold on. Good flash in from his teammate, Skadoodle. Will do his best to try to help him out. But look at these players. They're tagged, but Skadoodle has to get shots, and he won't. So 15. As PKL comes up with 3. LG 1 round away from taking Nuke and pushing us to overpass, which will be a showdown, a shindig, if you will.
It's looking pretty likely at this point, as that was Cloud9's best chance, their best buy. But now, they'll still be able to get a little bit of something going in this one. So it's still not out of the question to force an overtime, but it's looking really good for LG. They played a great T side. Of course, Cloud9 will be kicking themselves. They didn't win that force buy a few rounds ago. That could have made the world of difference. We could be seeing a tie game at this point rather than a 15-11.
Yeah, they went for a couple of those, too. I mean, there's another round where they went for the, if I remember correctly, the upgraded pistols in the solo op.
Yeah, that was the round I was talking about. So
okay,
they triple stacked heaven, tried to come down on the planner.
Yep, and it all fell apart from there.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, this could be 13-13 if that goes Cloud9's way, so...
Oh, they checked that. Oh, that just shows you how tuned in LG are right now. That they checked that corner. Skadoodle, nothing working. Automatic CZ towards Mini. I mean, they're already 2 members down. LG, 1 player tagged to 54. No big deal. He'll walk it off. He's a soldier. As LG have a 2-man advantage. Just going to hold out our yard. Use their weapons advantage. Shroud towards upper with his UMP. While Stewie with his M4 is really the only line of defense unless automatic CZ can really start to ring some heads.
Looking like we're all but on our way to overpass at this point. A third VAP is likely going to decide things. Less automatic, Shroud and Stewie can put these guns to use. In a 3v5, though, it's going to be rather difficult. As outside is completely conceded. For the bombs moving as well. All their options open to them on LG at this point.
See if Shroud peeks this. I think he's shoulder peeking it out. He hasn't spotted Showtime.
Wow, the timing.
Wow, that's crazy. And Showtime's gonna start to push up. Shroud, no clue someone's pushing him. We'll see if the sound cues start to work, but he drops in sight. Can't win the first engagement. It's all on Stu in a 1v5 to bring us to another round, or we headed to overpass to push into hut, and that is where he'll die. Yell finds it. So 16-11. LG showing some very dynamic nuke from the CT to the T side. I mean, just look at the board. Look at the numbers put up.
Yeah, really well played by